Ci siamo, ci siamo.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Fine.
Good, how are you?
That's what I thought. Okay. Well, let me know when you do have GPS.
GPS.
We have GPS.
Remind me of your number.
212. We are PoliTo rocket team.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay. We are live again.
Number. Okay. I'm gonna try and remember your here, but the best way for to find you and remember you is just listen for 212. I'll be yelling that out.
Okay.
When it's your turn to launch, I'm gonna come over to you guys. If we lose line of sight,
Yeah.
lose where it is, I'm gonna need GPS, heading, like altitude.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Just so we know, like, is it under drogue, parachute, is it ballistic, that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the live footage here.
Yeah, we'll just plug
we
it.
are already like set up to connect with that one.
Do you guys know what pad you are?
Before.
Okay, so I have two people on pad A.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and get them going first.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Yeah.
unplug them
We'll
and
just-
plug you guys in.
We are already just so we plugged in and
We're good to go.
Wonderful. Thank you guys.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, so one moment. Com'è? Ci siamo?
Ci siamo? Sì, dai, ci siamo.
Andiamo un po' più al centro, magari.
Dritta. Aspetta. Dai. Così. È un peccato, se lo riusciamo a mettere di là riusciamo a puntare sul video. Però vabbè, fa lo stesso.
Vuoi provare?
No, è un casino.
Vabbè, lasciamola così. Eccoci.
And we are live.
Eccoci. Hello everyone, we are live again from Midland, Texas. Again.
This place.
Yeah, this cursed place. Yeah, we're starting to hating this place. It's already hot and the sun is just rising. So yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for being connected. I'm Fabio. I'm here with Nicolò.
Hi guys.
So today we hope to launch in
Pretty soon. I think.
30 minutes hopefully.
Yeah.
Which will be the third ones.
Already set up. We have GPS. We have our GPS. The COTS one.
Yeah.
We have connection with all we can possibly do.
Is it true? We have
Yes,
connection with everything?
yeah.
Okay.
We are already all set up and ready to launch.
Okay. Okay, we will also talk a bit in Italian today. Quindi buongiorno a tutti, grazie per essere connessi. Siamo in diretta da Midland, Texas per il lancio del razzo VES del PoliTo Rocket Team del Politecnico di Torino. Io sono Fabio, sono qui con Nicolò.
Ciao.
Come abbiamo detto, tutto è connesso. Abbiamo
connesso.
il COTS, quindi il GPS commerciale connesso, quello che è obbligatorio per la competizione, che ci ha fatto saltare il lancio di ieri. Abbiamo connesso il GPS
dell'avionica
dipendente nostro, abbiamo connesso la telemetria, abbiamo connesso tutto per ora.
Sì, siamo anche pronti per trasmettere il video, si spera live dal razzo.
Sì.
Quindi non
niente.
ci resta che aspettare.
Non ci resta che aspettare, pregare. Perché
se non succede qualcosa all'ultimo come al solito.
Sì, come abbiamo detto ieri, c'è sempre questo dubbio di questo motore che chiamano Rocket Killer, perché gli altri razzi con questo motore non hanno fatto una bella fine.
Già.
Quindi,
sfortunatamente ne abbiamo visti molti.
Sì. Quindi niente, speriamo di essere l'eccezione. Però ecco, non ci possiamo fare molto, ormai è tutto pronto al lancio. So we were saying that our only concern for the day, I mean, we have many concerns, but the main one is the motor. Okay, they're speaking.
We will have a safety meeting, a safety briefing at 7:30 at the flight safety review tent. Please send one team lead. Could be any team.
I need to do a thing. Just a second, guys.
So there will be a safety briefing in 10 minutes, and yeah, the connection is pretty. I mean, it's working. That's what we want. Again, thanks to our friends from Melbourne, which are somewhere behind, for lending us their Starlink connection. Otherwise, yeah, there would be no live. And yeah, so they are updating us right now on the status. It seems that everything is active. Maybe not everything. Maybe not everything, but we'll see. We will check for updates now, and in the meanwhile, the ESRA official live stream should have started. So we will send it right now, and then we'll be back with more updates as soon as we have them. Manderemo a intermittenza la live ESRA anche, quando non abbiamo niente da dire. Abbiamo qualcosa da dire, ottimo.
Un piccolo infarto perché abbiamo perso per un attimo il segnale dalle nostre schede, quindi panico totale perché ci servono anche per accendere la videocamera. Ora ce l'abbiamo di nuovo.
Ok.
Non vogliamo più toccare niente, speriamo, perché accenderla adesso avrebbe altri problemi per il surriscaldamento, perché qui fa un caldo fottuto alle 2 del mattino,
Sì.
quindi non possiamo farci niente. Adesso li picchio perché stanno muovendo di nuovo l'antenna.
Sì.
Speriamo.
Speriamo.
Anche perché siamo i quarti a lanciare, mi sembra. Terzo e quarti.
Terzo e quarti, sì. Terzo e quarti.
Quindi passerà ancora un po' di tempo. Vediamo.
Sì, come detto, siamo qui in questo deserto nel Texas occidentale, quindi non colpiremo nessuno, si spera.
Si spera.
E soprattutto non colpiremo città, ecco, che non sono qui.
Adesso vado ad aiutare di nuovo a mettere a posto queste benedette antenne.
Ok, allora facciamo un piccolo break e torniamo appena abbiamo qualcos'altro da dire. Quindi restate sintonizzati. Okay, we will continue in just a few minutes. Allora, la situazione attuale è che stiamo cercando di connetterci alla telemetria video, perché non è ancora partita, ci sono troppi razzi, troppe antenne vicino e è veramente complicato ricevere un segnale pulito. Vediamo se riusciamo a farla partire, perché appunto in caso ci sarebbe anche il video dal razzo durante il volo in live. So I was saying we're trying to connect to the video telemetry, and there are lots of rockets and lots of antennas here, so it's pretty complicated to get a clean lock on the signal. So we are trying right now, and yes, we will launch anyway, of course, but it will be nice to see the live feed of the rocket video during the launch.
Questa è la faccia di un uomo disperato. No, probabilmente la gente alle rail faceva interferenze, eccetera, perché adesso sembrerebbe essere tornato il segnale. È un po' ballerino, anche perché probabilmente c'è roba in mezzo, adesso che siamo a livello del terreno. Il problema è che noi abbiamo bisogno del segnale a livello del terreno per poter accendere la videocamera.
Sì. Si sente bene? Si sente?
Per favore, fate una preghiera per noi anche da casa.
Sì, fate una preghiera. Diteci se si sente bene questo microfono, questi microfoni qua.
Lanciamo senza videocamera? Certo che lanciamo senza videocamera, il problema è che partecipiamo tipo in un premio live video challenge, quindi sarebbe un peccato non avercela.
Sì. La Pizzuli chiede, chissà chi è questa la Pizzuli, chissà chi sarà. Quante nazioni partecipano a questa competizione? Nazioni, almeno una ventina. In Europa
Sì.
siamo Italia, Germania, poi che altro c'è? Forse in Europa non molti.
No,
Ci sono
quasi tutti gli Stati Uniti.
Stati Uniti, sì, ovunque, Turchi,
C'è
Canada,
l'Australia,
Messico, India, Thailandia. Sì, forse una
un po' sparsi. Non li ho contati sinceramente.
Sì. Sicuramente vengono più dagli Stati Uniti, tantissimi team. Penso che un centinaio siano solo dagli Stati Uniti e poi il resto 20-30 da principalmente Sud America, Nord America, Europa molti pochi e qualcuno in Asia. Forse c'è la Thailandia, Indonesia, India.
Vogliamo bene i nostri amici indiani, vero?
Diciamo che ci hanno fatto molte interferenze con sia con le radio che con poi non so ieri chi era effettivamente che stava facendo interferenza, però vabbè, oggi è un bel segnale, quindi speriamo.
Ci confermano dalla nostra super stazione ground station che continuiamo ad avere il segnale, quindi buono.
Sì.
Come potete vedere dietro di noi è pieno di gente, cioè è un delirio qua riuscire ad avere una frequenza libera e riuscire a stare puliti con un segnale normale.
Sì.
Preghiamo,
chi è questa scuola? Windsor. Oh, behind us we have Texas A&M and we have the guys from... Guys, where are you from? Virginia. Okay. Which school? Okay. We're from Italy, from Turin.
Yeah, Turin.
Yeah, pretty long, yeah. It's been nice so far. Yeah, it's been nice. It's pretty hot. What? Yeah, a lot of space. Yeah. Pretty big roads and.
I went to Italy last summer and I was like, oh, there's really not too much space.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah. Pretty packed. Yeah.
I've never left the country, so this is all I know.
Yeah. Just. Una bella conversazione adesso. Please talk in English. Yeah, we talk both in English and Italian today. So yeah, the guys behind us are from Virginia, from Texas. Oh, okay, they're back. The guys from the lounge pad. You can come here and say hi. But No, we talk in English, but also in Italian sometimes. So, here the guys. How do you go? Yeah,
Looking,
you have to talk in the mic.
she looking very pretty on the rail.
It's a she now. Okay.
Yeah, we just got back.
Uh-huh.
We have continuity on the igniters. Everything seems to be working. We have set up the camera view for the launch, so we're waiting now.
Okay.
The sky looks a bit cloudy, but hopefully we'll be able to launch anyway.
Yeah.
Winds are perfectly okay.
Yeah, the sky is pretty cloudy, but I mean, you can see it. But hopefully the wind stays low because that's important for us. Otherwise, the rocket is gonna go from Texas to Italy. And yeah, we were saying. Yeah, no, I think we answered the few questions we had. This is an interesting question. We cannot answer, but we can say that the VES rocket is
long.
I think one of the biggest in
Possibly,
the in this competition. But yeah,
We had a lot of judges compliment us for our design, so we're pretty proud of our rocket this year.
yeah, the judges were pretty happy. Hopefully, the flight goes well because that's the most important thing. And but yeah, this place is getting pretty crowded now because I think there's gonna be 1,000 team launching with us. Okay, let's see.
We just received also the congratulations from a judge because our rocket looks very clean. The paint job was done amazingly. Also, thank you to our sponsor Carrozzeria Magica who made it. It's probably, I know I'm biased, but it probably looks like the best livery out here. Another nice one is the Australian one. They provided us with their Starlink connection as well, so thank you to them.
Shout out to the Australians.
Melbourne.
So now we're here, teams all over, holding their antennas up, looking for signal, doing the same.
Hopefully we catch this video telemetry.
Let's hope so.
Right there. Yeah. You can.
I gotta hold this up. I want to give reliable.
Yes. Now it's been pretty crowded here. Guys, when the launch starts, just move away from here because they have all video telemetry. Spostatevi là quando partono i lanci, perché hanno bisogno tutti della visuale diretta per il video. E ci hanno chiesto già a noi di abbassarci.
Quindi l'anno scorso non siamo andati a questa competizione in America, siamo andati 2 anni fa e siamo passati abbastanza bene. Non ricordo esattamente, però comunque penso che fosse un top 10% della categoria dei solidi a 3 km. E invece poi abbiamo vinto anche un premio tecnico che speriamo di rivincere quest'anno. Però quest'anno hanno lanciato alla competizione europea Irec e dovrebbero essere comunque sempre nella prima parte della classifica, nella prima metà. So we were saying that we've been to this competition already 2 years ago with Cavour, and the result was pretty good. I think it was in the top 10%, if I remember correctly, because the launch was perfect. The design was good. Was not as good as this one because this one is much more complex and improved. And also 2 years ago we won a technical award, which will be really nice to win again this year.
Yeah, we've been participating with the podium session in the design and modeling prize.
In the simulation and modeling category. So hopefully the judges.
Our guys from the DAM division use that as thesis on FEM analysis on 3D printed model. It was a very cool project to do. They did a pretty great job, in my opinion. Let's see what the judges will say about that. But
Someone is talking to us. Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot of ongoing research in the team, particularly on structures, on 3D printed structures, all these kinds of composite materials. A lot going on, also thanks to the partnership with the local laboratory in Politecnico. And
right now here it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting really crowded, so it might be also very noisy. And I don't know the exact percentage, to be honest. I think it's around 30%. I don't know. I don't know. We answer every question. We answer every question here. Every question we can answer. I know that the team is like 50% bachelor students, 51%, and like 49% master students. There are around, I think, also 30% of international students. And we are hoping to launch in, I would say, 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. Now we will have the chief engineer of Project VES, Eduardo, with us. So
hi everyone.
How's it looking? We already answered this question. I said in 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, it should be in 20-30 minutes.
Yeah? 20 minutes?
Yeah, we don't have the exact timeline. They will just decide. I think nobody is still on the launch pads. Also, the judges left, so it's just a question of minutes, nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, just say 20. Yeah.
Let's say 20. Okay.
But yeah, we are all confident. I mean, all the systems are looking good. Also, the SRAD systems is taking the signal, so we are positive. I mean,
yeah, you did your best.
We did our best.
We did everything which was possible.
Yeah, and so
now it's just
crossing our fingers and staying here.
Yeah. What do you think of this motor?
Of the motor?
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of CATO during the last days.
Okay. Explain CATO.
So it's a catastrophic failure of the motor. Simply as that. So. Oh, sorry. And so it doesn't depend on the team. It's just that the motor may have some leaks. It's all dependent on the assembly and how the manufacturer made the motor. Yeah, we saw that it's really it's irrelevant. Obviously, it's relevant, but we cannot do anything about that. So we just cross our finger on that because we assembled it together with our flyer of record. That is obviously one that is a really expert on this case. Is also called the motorman here in US, Harry Spears, that we also thanks for his support. And we built it together with him. He told us it was all fine. We also talked to Irec. We will see. We will see.
Yeah, I mean we just pray now.
Yeah.
And
that's surely is a really big motor.
Yeah,
really big.
It's a really big motor.
You feel it. You feel the weight. You feel the length, and the grains are, my God, really big.
Okay, thank you, Eduardo. And it should arrive to 9 kilometers, right? Maybe a bit less.
Yeah, a little bit less.
Like,
we're saying 8,900. Yeah, just 100 meters less than that.
Okay.
But still really high.
Yeah.
Still really high, and the weather is looking good. I mean, maybe we'll not see the apogee from here because it's a bit cloudy. You'll see also from the live stream that there are some clouds. Yeah. But yeah, now you see it better. But on the pads, yeah, the clouds are really thick, and I think that they are at our apogee. So maybe we will not see that clearly. But yeah. I think it's not a problem in this kind of competition. In Irec, we will not launch, but here I think they will just launch.
Oh yeah, in Europe you will not launch with these clouds?
No. If you don't see the apogee in Europe, they will not launch.
Okay.
Just question of safety, but here.
No, here we don't care.
We don't
Let's hope we will see it from our camera, though, because
yeah,
there is a possibility that we can clearly see the apogee from our live streaming camera on board.
Yeah.
Let's hope that system will work. The only problem is that we might not be able to power it up, but if it powers, then we will see the apogee.
Yeah.
In a way, or in another.
Okay, they're starting the launches.
So the first team up will be on Alpha 2. Alpha 2, team 160.
So it's Alpha 2. Okay, thank you. Alpha 2 will be the first pod to launch. I think it's the team from Virginia.
Team 160 is Tufts University. Project Hodge, 10K COTS.
10K COTS.
500 Blue Thunder.
We will show the launch on our cam. Maybe you can see something. Okay, no, it's Tufts. It's Tufts going now.
All right, we have a green light. We're ready to go on team 162 on Alpha 2.
Let's see if we can see
Let's
something.
see. Oh, we should have a nice show from here.
Around the, you know, the beginning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
More options. Grainger has over 1,700 box types in stock, and ready to have and you can count on Grainger to
Dive
deliver your
into the
boxes
clouds.
fast. Count on Grainger for boxes. Call or click Grainger.com/boxes today.
All right, we're ready to fly. Isn't that nice?
Okay, yeah, we can't see anything honestly because of the clouds, but the ascent was pretty good. Pretty stable, it seemed.
There's smoke.
Oh, nice.
There
purple
we
flame.
go.
But you can see it also from the ESRA feed. After I would say a 30-second to 1 minute
There you go.
delay.
Our tracking cam operators got
Great
it.
straight flight.
It's burned out. We're looking for some kind of event.
So he still has it, which is great, actually. That's a good sign.
Replay. Here we go. Let's watch that takeoff once again.
We are the third ones. We are the third ones, fourth ones. Before.
And this live stream track is able to confirm for us that the rocket did not go through the clouds. The rocket stayed below the
they
clouds.
had tracking all the way through the all the way
So that
through.
means in this altitude category we are good to continue. Oh, and I see it's separated, and we've got a drogue parachute out. Steve, what's the point of a drogue parachute?
So all rockets are what we call dual deploy, and the dual deployment means that there's two parachutes, a drogue chute and a main chute. And the drogue chute is a smaller parachute that allows the rocket to descend rapidly but not uncontrolled.
Orderly fashion.
In an orderly fashion, yes, that's right. And then a secondary charge blows out a main chute at about 1,500 to 1,000 feet, and then the rocket gently flows back to the Earth.
So now it's team from California, Irvine, launching to 10K, so to 3 kilometers. Maybe you will be able to see it.
Green light.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we have smoke. Lift off. Very stable.
Yeah, it was looking good. It was looking pretty good.
No wind today, so conditions are perfect for us. But we need to. We are now in hold for the clouds, probably. So we need to wait a little bit more.
Yeah, now you will also see it in the ESRA feed right now. This was Irvine, south of LA.
On some great straight tracks this morning.
Yeah,
There's no wind.
Really no wind. I mean,
And
it's
2
ideal
launches
conditions,
before
yeah.
8 a.m.
Yeah, all right. And he's got it the whole way.
And there's the parachute. The drogue is out.
That's all. That's the way to do it.
Then a sugar motor, Steve. What's a sugar motor?
So classically we have motors that are historically I guess a lot of the motors have been ammonium perchlorate based with an oxidizer. This is actually potassium nitrate based.
So these are the chemicals in the rocket.
Yeah. These are the chemicals in the rocket, and apparently we have a shootout because you can tell by the crowd's reaction. And the potassium nitrate is combined with a sucrose, or really a sugar, and or sorbitol, and
I've got a replay of that launch. There's the igniter.
You see, versus an ammonium perchlorate motor, you see a lot of the flame out of the bottom of the rocket, which is a little different. Look at that slow motion shot. That's fantastic.
Okay, now it's the turn of Virginia Alpha 3.
On Alpha 3, we have T141, Old Dominion University, with the Project Rain, the 10K COTS, 10,100 feet, flying Irec.
It's a rocket flying to 3 kilometers with a solid COTS motor.
Yes, sir.
We have a green light. We are launching.
Green light. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Stay there. They have good video.
Watch the live. We've got it.
No way! Wait, drop down.
You also see it now from the ESRA feed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got fire. All right. Ah, beautiful shot.
We got live footage off of this rocket. Oh, this team is
Good
sending
job,
us
guys.
live video off of their rocket.
Oh.
Switch to Chrome to load your favorite sites fast, so you can browse with ease. Fast, safe, yours.
All right.
Oh,
there's their live
parachute
video.
release. Oh, we're seeing that parachute release from on board the rocket. And you can see the two sections of the rocket looking at each other. But they're still swirling around and falling.
There it is.
And LCO is still monitoring closely that this is staying under the clouds so we can watch the rocket the whole time.
And you can tell it's under drogue. And
It seems that they had a nice launch. They also had the live feed of the recovery of the rocket cam.
Coming off the rail very straight.
Their rocket was damaged during shipping, and their nose cone was not destroyed, but well, I guess destroyed. They weren't able to repair it, and they worked with another team that helped them with getting them the new nose cone. And another example of how the camaraderie here.
And kudos to that other team.
Yeah,
I think that's something I see all the time is the students want to see a launch. They want to see each other get off the ground.
This is a year-long process, and to have something that was damaged in shipping and not be able to launch would have been a shame. And so I wish I could remember the team that helped them, because I'd give them a shout out. But
And they are descending under drogue still.
So as a mom, what do you think? How do you feel if that was, let's say, one of your kids? Well, these are all your kids anyway. But
Right. They're all my kids, all the students. Actually, I was part of the group, the team that went over to where. Is that
Heading
another
back to a launch.
There's another launch right now.
Ooh!
Okay, pretty short one.
150 feet on an Irec L2500 Super Thunder.
University of Houston.
We have a green light. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, we're ready to go. We're getting them off quick.
Lift
Fire! Wow, that was a quick ignition.
Talk about fast off the pad.
Yeah, that one.
I say these things and then the students one up me.
I'm sorry. What
I
was
said
that?
I say these things and then the students one up me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did you hear that? The team just said, hey, "I'm crying. I've got tears in my eyes." You know, it's that emotional release once one of these rockets get in the air, and successfully.
And also when they're not so successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, tears flow pretty freely on both
Well,
sides.
I mean, I love the emotion. I mean, it's just, I love the emotion.
This event is the culmination of a year, sometimes more, of work for these students.
How do I turn this down a little bit? We are live, so you caught that. So, well,
And we're looking back at the solids pads and this grid of rockets that we're working our way through. We are attempting to maintain the order, but we will launch the teams that have telemetry lock first. We're not going to wait around for teams that don't have lock. It's been a consistent challenge throughout the week, maintaining frequency coordination to make sure that teams can get telemetry to their rockets. Steve, what's the importance of telemetry on these rockets?
well, so there's, we got a waiting launch, so we have another live video look. Fantastic. So telemetry is the thing that enables you to get the signal from either the avionics or the GPS unit. And the importance is you want to be able to find a rocket. So if you don't have telemetry, you're not going to be able to see the GPS, which means you're relying on your eyesight. And as you know, these rockets go out of sight. And you won't, oftentimes you don't see where they land. And so you rely on that GPS coordinates to walk to your rocket. And, the frequency management is difficult because there's only so much frequencies that are allocated to this task, and with the 150 teams,
we have another launch. Another launch right now.
Ignition. Oh.
What happened? Did something happen?
Yeah. It like flipped at the end of the.
It flipped?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see from the ESRA video if you can see something. But yeah, it seems that people are not super happy. Why there is so much out on this?
I don't see anymore, but it looks to me
Okay,
that
it launched. Let's see the ESRA feed.
Flipped at the end of the motor thrust.
Yeah, it seems that the parachutes.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, but the parachutes went out.
Maybe for.
Oh yeah,
it's because
maybe
it's
you can
pretty
see
close.
it. Maybe you can see it. Let's see.
It's smoking.
I don't know if you can see it, but there is you can see the parachute and the rocket descending just in front of you.
Alright, we are now moving to Charlie 2, 151. Charlie 2, 151.
Okay, now another team will launch.
Alright, Charlie 2 is the 151 is the South Dakota School of Mines
Attack between the direction the rocket was pointed and the direction the rocket was moving. That main is out.
Main out, so but they apparently structurally failed.
Well, we're happy they are recovering safely.
Okay, we are launching. No, we are not launching. It's another team. It's not us. Pretty loud. Nice flight for South Dakota School of Mines. 151. We don't see anything though because of the clouds.
Can I say I really love this blue burn motor?
Oh yeah, it looks pretty cool. Let's send the ESRA audio.
We are launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Straight off the pad, very nice.
Very nice.
Our tracking's still following it as it continues to ascend up to apogee.
So this one went ballistic. There was no parachute opening, so it just fell. Luckily not on us. For those who just connected, we are waiting. We will be probably there will be a few other launches and then there will be our launch. Non abbiamo ancora lanciato. Lanceremo tra qualche minuto. Stanno lanciando gli altri razzi prima di noi. Noi siamo in B4. Abbiamo lanciato tutti quelli che sono dalla A1 alla A5. Anche qualche C. So we can just wait some more minutes.
Yeah, we are on hold for now, but I think they will just want to launch all the 10K before us because probably the clouds are moving away in that direction. I mean, you don't see me, but on our left the sky are pretty clear, so probably they will wait for that to come up here. Let's hope that we can launch soon.
Yeah, there is Marco Donà here, Chief System Engineer. Want to say a few words? Want to say hi, also in Italian?
Yeah, I just want to say Godspeed VES, finger crossed. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have one we're waiting on to see if we get telemetry on at 110K, and that's it. So you can return to your tent. We'll let you know when we get clear or we get telemetry.
Yeah, we are on hold for the 30K. They want the clear sky to come up here, probably.
Yeah, so we have to wait a bit.
So they just said that we need to wait a little bit, and all the people around here can return to their tent. So let's wait.
Yeah, we gotta wait. Siamo in pausa, adesso lanceranno un altro razzo 3 km, non il nostro va 9 km. Aspettiamo che le nuvole si spostino un po', quindi qualche altro minuto d'attesa. Non sappiamo ancora quando esattamente verrà lanciato.
We're going to be holding here. So this is that 30K rocket that is
che
ready,
stanno facendo
but
vedere adesso
questo è il nostro.
ISRA è il nostro. Pronto in rampa, razzo bianco e arancione.
Sì.
Forza. Adesso appena le nuvole permetteranno, probabilmente ci faranno lanciare con tipo 0 preavviso come al solito.
Sì, purtroppo non c'è preavviso, quindi ci dicono lanciate voi, dopo
urlano, ci tocca lanciare, quindi speriamo.
Yes, so let's go back to the ESRA live.
Our third year. Not only it's the team number, the team name, but it also has the flag. And we did that because we wanted to make sure that every country that's come here gets represented. And I think it's a great part of this competition. You're in particularly this year with the cramped quarters, you've got opportunities to make international friends. And giving the teams their flag and displaying their flag proudly is a part of this. Somebody said United Nations of Rocket, but I look at this as more of an Olympic competition where we've got teams from all over the world competing and supporting each other. So it's one of those elements that I think is kind of unique in terms of competition or collegiate competitions. And we boast,
Check out in no time. Choose Chrome to save time with autofill.
Particularly now with having that close collaboration amongst students in the pits and the countries, it's one of we have judges from all over the world. big contingent here from Turkey based on our sort of common competition theme in that Turkey has their competition called Technofest, and that they have it's a similar competition. They have categories and it's rockets, and actually this is the first year that they're actually trying to attract some international students to their competition. So I think that is great. We've got volunteers from Australia. Our launch operations person is from Australia. We've got Canada. Mohi is in our queue management area. We've got Walter Ahrens, who's out of Mexico, is supporting us on the pads. So, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody. I know that Costa Rica, right? Francisco from Costa Rica. And I don't mean to. If I miss somebody, I apologize. But even the fact that the countries are now supporting us with volunteers. One of the countries. I mean, it's the individuals representing the country. But again, it's another one of those testaments to how well I think this competition is received across the world.
And how can volunteers get involved from around the world, even if they can't come to the event?
Well, if they can't come to the event, but they can support us by judging. So judging is one of those things that each student puts together a paper that oftentimes is, we've had them, probably the smallest one I've seen is maybe 30 pages, but I think by and large they're in the 90-page range, and it's a technical document, and it's the why did you decide your fin span, or how big your fins are, or how come you've decided to use a payload that is larger than the diameter of your
right, justifying all of their engineering decisions.
So, and then a piece of it is just grammar. How well is it written? And you don't need to be technical to see that how well things are written. And we've got judges that support us from all over the world that can't be here, and even domestically. So our daughter was a judge this year, couldn't come because two little ones and work and that sort of thing, but participated remotely by doing that judging of those papers. So.
Right, and that's a very important aspect of the competition. Roughly half the team's score comes from their technical reports. And we do that explicitly to try and level the playing field between teams of very different resource levels. We're not judging them based on how close to the bleeding edge of R&D they are necessarily, but we're judging them based on their engineering decision making for one half, and then the other half is their actual flight performance. And here we have Texas A&M at their ground station right next to us in the tent, in the commentator tent.
So that daughter we were talking about is from Texas A&M. So she got her aerospace degree from there, and then her master's from Cornell in systems engineering. So it seems like every school that's out here, I feel like we have some knowledge of something, because either like the Tufts was my dad, like his daughter with A&M. So it's one of those things that feels like it's in the family kind of a thing, Yeah.
Yes, well, Steve, I think that your connection is only growing with you being president.
My family is
and
growing,
mentoring
right?
more teams and mentoring teams. Yeah, including this one next to us is Texas A&M. They won the live rocket video challenge last year, and I can see that they're sending us a feed this year, and we're looking at it now. They have upped their game, it seems. We're looking at a render of their rocket over a satellite image of the terrain. So when they take off, I expect this is going to show the animation of how their rocket's moving in space. And here's the video. This looks a lot like their video that won last year. I think that the team's performance in the Live Rocket Video Challenge has definitely been evolving over its 2 years of existence. Last year was the first year, and I commend everyone who came out and took up the challenge for the first time in its inaugural year.
This is actually one of Logan's babies. This is one part of his Logan, the innovation that has happened for live stream and now extending that out to the student teams and having them participate and be challenged. I mean, I was really impressed by the fact that they have a live video feed as well as a graphical representation. And I like that's innovative for us anyway. From
yeah, absolutely. And we've been wanting to know for a variety of reasons what's going on with these rockets in the air. Livestream wants to be able to tell the story and bring the views.
Switch to Chrome to load your favorite sites fast, so you can browse with ease. Fast, safe, yours.
Standpoint, just seeing the descent rate slow because you know that the parachute is out. But I think the launches, the Blue Origin launches and the SpaceX launches, and they all are projecting that telemetry data down, and we've kind of gotten used to seeing it, monitoring it, and the fact that that is now coming to this competition is really exciting to me. So. Usually Logan is ahead of me in terms of thinking. Okay. So I never really even had thought or anticipated that. That's why we love to have former competitors that are now part of our volunteer staff. So at any rate, again, that's a shout out to Logan again.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was indeed a competitor in 2017. We won with Stanford, we won our 30K COTS category. Go Trees, go Cardinal.
Okay.
And now I'm back in this director of media capacity, and I'm pleased to see teams stepping up to this live rocket video challenge and upping their sophistication year on year.
Yeah, we currently have two teams
taken up the challenge, and I think they last year saw what the baseline was and wanted to up it further and try and win. I think that competitive spirit runs throughout the teams. They want to see everyone launch, and they also want to win.
I'm hopeful that those clouds have a window right now. We can get that high altitude flight out.
Yes, we are waiting patiently here for either regain telemetry, or for the clouds to clear. Similarly, we've got rockets out at 2-stage pad preparing and hybrids pad preparing.
That's right, yep.
I'm not quite sure what their status is. They are also getting ready out there. We are making full use of the range to try and get rockets off this morning.
But this is how many times have we watched a launch and it gets scrubbed at the last second because of some issue? Hold. And this is real life. Some of them, I think one of them has got an issue that they're going to need to take it off the pad with. One's a telemetry issue and one's a weather issue. So very real life, that sort of thing. So now we have Stephanie is our event manager, and it's a shout out to her. The logistics of an event like this in the compressed time frame that we have, she's an event manager by trade.
So quick update, un breve aggiornamento. Ci sono ancora nuvole, quindi stiamo ancora aspettando, però saremo comunque uno dei primi gruppi a... No, ok, non stanno lanciando. Manca ancora un 3 km e poi dovremmo esserci noi. Quindi we're still waiting for clouds. There is still a 30-kilometer launch, and then there should be us. So yeah, we just need to wait for the green light.
To make sure that we're all in alignment, and sometimes I'm successful.
Well, and don't sell yourself short, because a lot of this has to do with managing the people on the other side. You know that. So it's our sponsors. It's the great sponsors and the Visit Midland and you know all the people that have fingers in putting this thing together. It's a management challenge for sure.
Yes. I can't say how appreciative, I can't say enough how appreciative we are without our sponsors. Landbridge to allow us to use this property has just been amazing. And then having it cleared for this. Those are kind of the pieces that I didn't have much to do except to stand back in awe that it was being done so quickly. My gosh, we are so appreciative of that. But you know, I love working with the sponsors and the volunteers. And I also like to let volunteers know, and actually on live stream I think it's important to say, you don't have to be a rocket person. And we have several that came to us because they were watching live stream. And there's so many aspects.
At this moment, we're going to take a check-in with one of our rocket people.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
And head over to Isaac to get an update on range status.
Sounds like he had a trouble with the throw over. I don't know. Isaac, are you there? And yeah, it's obvious that he's our Australian.
Alrighty, I'm up here
volunteer.
on the LCO.
You know what's smart? Treating yourself without cheating your goals. Eat smart with Factor.
Alright, I'm up here on the LCO station and looking up at the sky, and I'm hearing we might be pretty close to launching here. So we've been holding for a little bit for clouds. We've been able to launch the 10,000 foot under the clouds, and we've got a good track. They're well under, and we're just going for a hole. You've just heard that that call from the LCO. So the RSO and the LCO have conferred. We've got less than 50% cover over the cylinder where we're going to be launching. There's a good clear hole up to 30,000 feet. So we're going to send a rocket off pad Alpha 4. I'll throw back to the commentary team.
Go Aggies. Beautiful slide.
That was quick off the pad. Nice track, heading straight up.
Oh no. All right, we still got it.
I see a drogue out.
We are going now. We are launching now. We are green light. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing yet.
No.
Motor anomaly. Kato. Let's go to ESRA feed.
There we go. There we go. Oh.
Yeah, that's what we were fearing. This commercial motor that I mean, they call it rocket killer for a reason. Yeah.
Both ends and the grains have come out of the motor. The motor is composed of segments, and you see those segments that were ejected from the motor and are burning on the ground. Looks like the ladder, looks like it caught a ladder is on fire, a fiberglass ladder, and we're seeing our fire partners, Reeves County Emergency Service District, heading out. They have a fire to put out this time, and that's why they're here. That's why they're here, is to deal.
Yeah, that's what we were fearing and what we said before. This motor is, I mean, we didn't know, of course, before coming here, but as soon as we came here, the other teams told us it was completely unreliable. And yeah, again, this is probably the 5th rocket in these 2 days which had an anomaly with this motor from Irec. Come abbiamo detto prima, questo era il più grande rischio del razzo da questo motore, che abbiamo scoperto essere un pessimo motore appena siamo arrivati qua, quindi 2 giorni fa. Questo è il 5º razzo con questo motore che ha avuto un incidente di questo tipo, comunque simile a questo. Che è una delle pochissime cose, forse è l'unico pezzo non fatto dal team, questo motore solido che si porta negli Stati Uniti, anzi che si compra già negli Stati Uniti perché non si può trasportare dall'Italia.
Esploso il motore, comprato. Bello, bello, bello. È esploso il motore.
Chiederemo il reso. Sembra che la metà superiore del razzo non sia troppo danneggiata, però sì, la metà inferiore non si può riportare in Italia sicuramente.
The fire team heading out to the pad. We've got a brush fire truck with a great crew from the Reeves County Emergency Services District.
Yeah, they have been great, and you know, great to work with. You know, they're immediately respond.
Well, and I think they're going to get to put their skills on display here.
Yes, I think that's true. And NASA spaceflight is probably happy that it didn't get their camera. I think Erica will be disappointed she's down a ladder, but looks like other than that, we're okay.
And here they come unreeling that hose. Working as a team.
This is why they're here.
Here we go. Here comes that water to put out that ladder.
Fortunately, these are fairly classic fires. It's not a chemical fire or thing, even though there's chemicals in the motor, but it's one of these things that fairly easy to put out.
And just like that, it looks like that fire's out, but I know they're...
None of us can stop the heat, but together we can save lives.
Every dollar you give provides life-saving water and critical care for someone experiencing homelessness.
Help transform lives.
Be very thorough.
Well,
so
you know, the advantages and disadvantages of the desert is there's not a lot to burn here, so at any rate, I think what will happen now is once they are sure the fire's out, our pad people will come back and make sure that the rockets that are there, everything was safe. There's no equipment that was hurt. They'll assess the launch rail, but it looks like this fire was away from the launch rail, so I don't think we've sustained any. I hope we haven't sustained any damage on the launch rail.
And it looks like it's out, so we can expect the pad managers to head out there and assess any possible damage to the pad. Right, we see that it was near some of the launch leads, so I think they're going to have to inspect that. They're going to have to inspect the pad. They're going to have to inspect the one other rocket out there, and we can see those bits left on the ground. We also don't know if the ejection charge is fired in this rocket, and so the pad manager and the team will have to go out there and assess what the situation is and make sure that rocket is safe of all of its energetic components, not just the motor.
That's correct. Yeah.
And here they come. I think this is the pad manager. Looks like they're going to have a meet up with the firefighters to understand what they saw and what's going on. And we're happy to have all these angles to help inform what's going on down at the pads.
Yeah, well, there's the little army. There's our army coming out to check out, make sure the other rockets are okay, and I'm sure Erica will take a look at that ladder. I think.
walking through assessing the site. Our boots on the ground, out of the pads.
You know, again, safety is our primary motive, primary concern here, and having our team go out after the firemen is to make sure that everything's going to be safe again. And
that's how we work as a team.
That's
together
right.
with the fire department here.
Yep. Yeah, Reeves County. You know, I'd really like to shout out to them. They've been fantastic. You know, when you have a new event that they have had basically zero experience in this sort of thing. They came out. They've been really willing to do anything they can to help us, and we really value their presence here.
Right, and they're very skilled, and they have a lot of training and equipment targeted toward this community, which in particular has a lot of oil and gas. And so that's a particular style of hazardous materials that they spend a lot of time preparing for. And so when we approached them with rockets, they said, I think we're ready, I think we can handle it. And it's a little bit of a twist, but they've been doing a great job. And this is seemingly the only fire so far we've had to put out.
Well,
this fiberglass fire, and they doused right away.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, because this actually was a little bit of a fire. You're right. There have been other CATOs that have...
and they're heading out.
Yep.
So they are feeling confident that this pad is ready. It's not going to burn anymore. And how must that team be feeling right now? And I can see them beside us.
Yeah, they you know, I was down at the pads when they were loading their rocket up, and they looked to have a pretty significant payload that they were going through. So while that is spectacular to us to watch on TV, it must have been heartbreaking for them. But they, you know, they really had a pretty sophisticated payload. It looked like they were arming when I was out there.
Right, and this is a team from Italy.
Oh, is this the Italian team?
I believe, yes.
Okay.
So they've traveled a long way to be here.
Yeah, another group of really nice students that we received a package from them, and they met us and gave it to them, and just nice.
Ok, allora. Rieccoci. So we'll speak in Italian and then briefly in English. Come detto, questo maledetto motore si è completamente saltato in aria in rampa, che è l'unica cosa che abbiamo comprato per forza perché non potevamo trasportarlo dall'Italia. È un motore solido Irec, è il quinto razzo, non so, comunque con questo motore che salta in qualche modo. Sembra che sia salvata la parte di sotto, anche la parte superiore dell'ogiva, però è salvata la parte centrale. Speriamo di salvare l'avionica.
Adesso stiamo lanciando.
Adesso c'è un altro razzo che sta partendo. Un altro lancio bruttissimo, ora lo facciamo vedere.
Mamma mia, ragazzi.
Questo forse è peggio. Quindi sono i pompieri che stanno subito tornando. No, togli questa pubblicità.
Ma stiamo scherzando.
Guarda che si gira di qua.
Guarda che c'è il microfono aperto. Comunque c'è un altro razzo che è partito, è tornato giù e si è schiantato contro, non so contro chi, però c'è la strada lì. Ecco il video. Va bene, quindi niente, abbiamo fatto il fattibile. Ora vediamo cosa si riesce a salvare e riportare in Italia. Marco, vuoi aggiungere qualcosa?
Sì, è veramente un peccato, nel senso che c'è veramente tanto lavoro dietro un progetto del genere, e tanto lavoro, poco sonno, soprattutto questi giorni, e quindi vedere che non funziona per una cosa che di fatto non potevamo controllare è abbastanza frustrante, però fa parte del gioco, quindi...
Sì. Diciamo che l'avevamo già fiutata, perché tutti questi altri razzi prima del nostro con lo stesso motore
che a questo
erano
punto
saltati, non ci ha fatto, come dire, sperare bene.
Con questo 6 su 8 sono andati male.
6 su 8, ecco.
Quindi abbiamo fatto quello che potevamo fare e niente, sarà per il prossimo.
Sì, croce sopra Artec. So we just said briefly in Italian that yeah, it's such a shame that this motor blew up. It's the sixth time out of 8 that this motor has blew up in these 2 days. So also the other teams have blown up because of this motor. So it's completely unreliable, and unfortunately we didn't know it, and there's not much we can do because when you go from Italy to the US, you have to buy a motor in the US, and there were not many choices. This was the only viable one.
Yeah, there is Chris here that wants to say something.
And what else we said? Yeah, well, it seems that the lower and upper part of the rockets seem intact. Hopefully, the avionics is still okay, but definitely, yeah, the central part has completely gone up. But the fire, by the way, was not the rocket; it was a ladder. But,
yeah. The motor landed next to the opened rocket. So when the motor exploded, the upper part of the motor exploded. We've seen by the video that the upper body tube just got pushed up, and so the motor completely ejected from our rocket.
Yeah, the upper
and landed
completely
next to the rocket. But
yeah,
fortunately, the exhaust was not pointed to a rocket, to any piece of it. So
yeah, so we might save the lower and upper part.
We might save most of it.
Yeah, but this was probably the last flight of VES anyway.
Yeah.
But,
and also, I mean, we've talked with our FOR. He just told us that we did a great job. So everything that we could do, we did well. We had all avionics working. We had a good transmission. We had pretty much everything set up. So the only things we did not test today were the ejection system, so recovery parachutes and so on. But we tested that already in Europe, so
we tested them. I mean,
we were pretty confident
before in the past days.
Everything was working. It's just unfortunate that the one thing that we could not control, which is the motor we bought, that's something that went wrong, and it's when a motor goes wrong, then the whole rocket is basically either stuck on the ground or destroyed. So
yeah. And Lipstick, you want to add something, or
I don't know anything about
okay,
the motor, but
yeah, no, we already described the motor situation. So
explain about
no, not now.
avionics.
Now we thank everyone for joining the live stream, and I mean, if you want to keep watching other launches, there's the ESRA live stream on YouTube. We will just now pack up and try to recover the rocket.
We also have set up a camera next to the rocket, streaming at 240 frames per second. So
hopefully it's still there. The GoPro.
It's still there. It's charged. So we'll have some great footage to show you. So wait for the videos, wait for the pictures. We're looking forward to seeing them ourselves. So.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Grazie per esservi connessi. E niente, ora andiamo a provare